No, there's no way. Y'all see how quick that fought out? All right, what's up everybody? I know it's been a minute since I've made some videos. I just got through filming like a drills video, so you need to go check that out. But today, really excited about the video because I'm throwing 3D printed discs from Canada. Before we hop into it, shout out to Grassland Discs from Canada. Huge shout out to them for sending me 3 of their discs called the Chickadee. I believe it's an overstable putt and approach disc, but we'll find out. These discs are 3D printed. And yes, they're this flexible even though that they're 3D printed. And on top of that, you can tell by the profile, it seems to be like an overstable approach style disc, which I'm not sure if there's ever been a 3D printed overstable disc created. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. They definitely feel somewhat similar to like a zone or something to that extent. I've actually never thrown these before. I got these like a week ago, but it has been raining pretty much nonstop. And on top of that, the past 3 days, I've been trying to get over like a stomach virus or something, and that's been miserable. So I'm not sure how many holes we're going to play because with my usual disc reviews, I'm testing like flight numbers and the flight paths, the usability, all sorts of things like that on different shot shapes. And I'm going to test all of that with these. But one of the main things I want to see with these discs being 3D printed is, are they durable? Like, can they hold up to hitting a basket or even some concrete and some gravel? I also want to talk about like the feel of them, just all sorts of things, honestly. Let's test these out and see what they do. Oh, they're stable. Okay, that is way more stable than I thought it was going to be. Let's try that again. Holy stable. I just threw those for the first time and I thought like, okay, I'm going to put a lot of hyzer on them because the flight numbers are 2303, so I'm thinking like 2-speed. Okay, like it should have some flip up. They were like spike hyzered about 50 feet short on a 200-foot hole. I don't know what to think now, but now I know. Respect the Chickadee. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but I will never underestimate it again. Like, that's got some sauce. That was almost an ace. All right, let's try a backhand. Dude, like, I don't know if you could tell, but I grip locked that really bad. And it just got to the ground super quick. This is going to be interesting. All right, I'm going to try a flex. I mean, it's not bad. All right, so right off the bat, before we even go any further, I want to point out that disc is extremely overstable. And not like, what is it? Oh, that's my towel. What in the world? It was my flight towel. I almost lost it. I guess it fell out of my pocket. Anyway, so those are way more stable than I thought they were going to be. Like, that's not a bad thing, but those might be Zone OS stable. That is wild. Oh no, is that rain? Can I blame that on the rain? Or is that just a bad putt? Okay, I just missed a 7-foot putt. I thought it was about to start raining. For real though, not a bad disc. I mean, I know we're only one hole in, but just the simple fact that it has that much stability means that it can be used for something. These aren't like a crazy kind of weight either. They're like 168, 172, and 173. I think that's what I'm going to title this video, is Respect the Chickadee. Number 4, 195. I was going to play 9 holes with some of the holes going out to like 300 feet, but I don't think I can throw this disc much further than like 200 feet. Like, this is more overstable than a Zone OS. That might be the title of the video, because I'm pretty sure it's true. I'm gonna do like a standstill and try to not throw it hard and see if maybe it's one of those discs where the slower you throw it, the less stable it is. Maybe? It's hard to tell. All right, let's try like a little bit more flex. No, like that. Y'all can see how quick that fought out. That's insane. All right, I'm gonna chunk this on Anheuser with a forehand and see if it holds it. Oh wow, what have we gotten into? I'm serious. I think this might be more overstable than a Zone OS. Absolutely wild. I'm getting like 2 out of 3 birdies every hole, so that's pretty good. So yeah, this disc is definitely more overstable than a Zone OS, but one of the cool things about it, you can see here, I don't know if that's backwards or not, but either way, on the bottom of the disc they got like the weight and all sorts of stuff like that, and they've got their company logo on the bottom too. Really cool though, kind of unique. I'm trying to play a few more holes and see before I give like my final assessment of the disc, like is it useful, is it a bust. We'll see. This one's 250, a little bit downhill. The basket is like right beside the sidewalk, which is OB, and so you definitely want a disc that's going to be able to just really dive into the ground, and maybe that's something this would be good for. Maybe attempt to do a turnover, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, that's like a full-on flex, and I'm pretty positive that I'm short. That was yoinked. All right, turnover attempt. No, there's no way. Y'all see how quick that fought out? That's insane. I threw those as hard as I'm gonna throw them. Both of these shots are like at least 50 feet short. That's kind of insane to me. Ooh, maybe. This hole is only 225. You've got a Mando down there on one of those trees to the left, but I'm gonna go like forehand and backhand. And when we get to the last hole that I'm gonna play, I'm going to like throw this almost vertical to see what it does. Just to talk about the feel of the disc for a little bit, you can definitely tell it's not like a normal plastic blend. You can tell that it's made with some form of 3D printing material, but aside from that, like it still feels really, really good in the hand, and almost like the top of it is almost like a smooth like sandpaper. I doubt y'all can tell from the camera, but it's like it's very tacky. Like even when the disc is wet, it's still easy to grip, which is useful in and of itself. But yeah, the disc, they feel great, and very, very, very unique too. Let's go backhand Heiser, or Anheuser, backhand however I throw it at the basket. Dude, that is insane. It's like the harder you throw it, the more stable it gets. Let's see if we can get a forehand to go at least 225. That's not it. All right, one more try. That's definitely not it. I know I'm talking about how overstable this disc is, and it's certainly overstable. But like, I would not say it's completely unusable overstable. It's definitely right up there with Zone OS. I feel like this would be a great disc for like pitch and putt courses in the woods, where someone like myself struggles with like power control. So this could definitely be something that's very, very useful for me in the woods. Kind of like a Zone OS, but honestly with a little bit less glide, which is insane. I could also see this being one of those like extreme utility type discs that are just like really good, that you know you can trust and throw hard on a very harsh angle and it's always going to fight out of it. Is pretty useful. If you're looking for a disc that's not overstable, this is not your disc. Dude, that just like dropped out of the air. There we go. All right, hole 18, 212, plays like an island. It's the last hole we're gonna do before I give you my final thoughts on the disc. I'm going to like do a big spike hyzer on backhand just to see how vertical it gets. And then I'm throwing 2 forehands that are like borderline straight up and down. Look at how vertical. Look at that. Oh, that just hit a rock. We're about to see how durable they are. You could really tell from that flight that like it didn't even really want to push on a spike hyzer angle. It really just wanted to get to the ground, because I didn't throw that wide, and it was just the whole time just getting vertical to the ground. Okay, that actually held, but I threw that really hard, really vertical. I'm at a loss for words. Stupid limb. Oh, almost. Third time's the charm. Nope. Oh, that's the camera. All right, time for my final thoughts on this disc. So let's first talk about the flight. The flight of the disc is very, very overstable, not very glidey, and wants to get to the ground and wants to get vertical very, very quickly. That being said, I would definitely put it in the same flight category of like a Zone OS type flight. For some people, maybe the Prodigy A2 or the A3. It is insanely overstable. Way more overstable than I expected, honestly, which leads me to the next category, which would be flight numbers. I definitely don't think it's a 2303. I would honestly say the flight numbers of this disc are a little bit closer to like a 3.3, like 1.3, like even a not even a 0.3 or a -1.3, but literally like a 1.3 or even a 1.4. The way it wants to get vertical is so unique. I would maybe even put this disc in the category of like a tilt, a putter version of the tilt. Like it is, I'm shocked. And then lastly, the durability. This course has like different types of just sticks and rocks and dirt, and it's hit they've hit the walking path a little bit as well, and they've held up amazing. The most insane hit that the disc took was from that rock that y'all heard on the last throw, and you can maybe see a little bit of visible damage, but just feeling of it, I feel like held up more than a normal disc would that wasn't 3D printed. And that was my biggest concern with these discs, was their durability, because they are 3D printed. But this disc literally took a full power spike hyzer like salmon line and hit directly on a rock in a creek, and is essentially not a mark on it. All right, it's getting dark. Welcome back to my truck now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. The disc is pretty much going to fly the same no matter what angle you put it on, which is get vertical and get to the ground quick. But again, huge shout out and thank you to Grassland Discs. Their link will be in the description. They're all the way up in Canada. I think it's awesome what y'all are doing with these discs. These discs are insanely durable. They feel unique, very, very grippy, very usable, and consistently overstable mold. I'm excited to see what they come out with next. So huge thank you to them. Stay snappy. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support so far. Go check these out.